Welcome to the Retiring Canada podcast, where our mission is to educate and empower you to make the most informed, rational, and productive financial decisions. Hosted by certified financial planner, author, and chartered investment manager Michael Isbister. You'll go behind the scenes to uncover the tips and strategies to help you invest smarter, optimize your retirement income, and reduce the amount of tax you pay. Michael is an investment advisor with Fundamental Wealth, a trade name of Harbourfront Wealth Management, a CERO dealer. And now, here's your host, Michael Isbister.
Hello everyone, and welcome again to the Retiring Canada podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss why even wealthy Canadians feel nervous about retirement. Specifically, I'm going to chat about the two main reasons people may be concerned about retirement, the two sides to every financial decision, a major gap in the wealth management industry that you don't realize, how a retirement planner can help you find purpose, and lastly, as always, a few action items for you to consider. After decades of saving, investing, paying off your debt, and living within your means, you have amassed a sizable 7-figure retirement nest egg. And now that retirement is right around the corner, you still feel a bit nervous. Maybe you are legitimately concerned about running out of money. You have experienced investment volatility in the past that has made you skittish about investing. Or maybe you have heard of people you know losing all of their money in a bad investment. Or perhaps you yourself have had a bad experience with an advisor who put you into some questionable investments. On the other hand, maybe your nervousness has nothing to do with money and you're actually more concerned about what the heck you're going to do with yourself once you actually retire. How do you actually find your purpose? For some, the thought of retirement is a very easy bridge to cross. But what I have found is that for some business owners and highly driven corporate types, their life's work, purpose, relationships, and more are completely wound together with their career or business. Either way you slice this, whether it's the fear of running out of money or the fear of not having purpose, being cautious and preparing for the next chapter is one of the most important times of your life. You have heard me say on this podcast in the past that when it comes to financial planning and making decisions, there are two key considerations. What do the numbers say? And how does it make you feel? In other words, the hard facts versus your emotions. And more often than not, it is your emotions that will drive your retirement reality. If you are fearful of running out of money, you may want to delay retirement, and then even when you actually retire, you can't fully let go of the anxiety of running out of money. Or maybe you have seen your investments go down in the past, and now you have become too conservative, leaving yourself exposed to the damaging impact of inflation that slowly destroys your income longevity. Or perhaps the thought of stepping away from your life's work and career is scary. And even though you are confident that you will never spend down all of your money, you don't want to let go and start new. After years of helping Canadians retire and stay retired, I can confidently tell you that if you're feeling nervous about retirement, you are not alone. In fact, you are the majority, whether you have $500,000 or $5 million. What I have found in my industry, unfortunately, is that most advisors don't have the first clue how to help you alleviate retirement stress. Instead, here is a shiny new product for you that we are certain will help you with this concern. And maybe it's even wrapped up in a quote-unquote retirement plan. But in reality, it's just a product. And hey, maybe they actually put on their website that they help with retirement planning. And to the best of your knowledge, you have a retirement plan. But let me burst your bubble. If they have never asked to review your tax return to help optimize your taxes and income, you don't have a retirement planner. You work with a product salesman. A retirement planner goes much, much deeper than just your investments. And while how you are invested is a crucial piece to your long-term retirement success, it does not stop there. You need tax planning advice. You need income planning advice. You need healthcare stress testing, and you need an estate plan. Anything less, and you are leaving yourself exposed to future tax liability, loss of government benefits, family strife, and more. If you want the confidence you deserve after a lifetime of hard work, I urge you to find a retirement planner who checks all of these boxes. To take it a step further, start looking as soon as possible. Don't put it off. Working with someone who can give you clarity and confidence will give you something back that can be hard to quantify. Time. Time to free up headspace and think about the future. Freedom to know you can spend your desired income. And an open book that you get to write as you map out the retirement journey of your dreams. And at the end of the day, to find your purpose, whatever that may be. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistency and persistency. Don't put this kind of thing off. It takes time to prepare your retirement plan. So don't wait until you are 6 months or even a year away from retirement to start building. There are decisions you could and should be making, often well in advance, that will have ripple effects throughout the rest of your retirement. Things like reducing your investment costs, preparing portfolios for drawdown, simplifying retirement accounts, and maybe optimizing things like RRSPs and TFSA accounts are just a very few things on a very long list of things that take time to get right. It also takes time to mentally prepare for that day. For some, it might be very easy and seamless transition that flows directly into hobbies, family, tinkering around the house, or philanthropy. And for others, their purpose, relationships, and life are integrated so tightly with their business or career, they may actually end up delaying retirement, not because of money, but because of purpose. At the end of the day, as a retirement planner, I can't explicitly define your retirement purpose. That is for you to discover and work towards. What I can do, however, is help give you clarity and structure to move into retirement with confidence instead of uncertainty, giving you the time and headspace to define your retirement and find your purpose. Retirement is not just about having enough money. It's about having the freedom to use your time intentionally, the confidence to spend without fear, and the peace of mind to know your family and future are protected. If you are approaching retirement and feeling uncertain, nervous, or even overwhelmed, don't ignore it. Those feelings are normal, but they are also a sign that it may be time to build a real plan. If you would like help getting clarity around your retirement, click the link in the description to get started on your fundamental retirement plan. When I think about retirement and finding purpose, I often reflect and think about my grandpa Dave. Sadly, I never got to know the man as he passed away when I was just a baby. But through hearing stories about him, I discovered he was a loving family man, provider, and hard worker. He and my grandmother both grew up during hard times, and I'm certain both experienced firsthand the struggle of watching their immigrant grandparents adapt. It was through that struggle that taught them hard work, savings, and living within their means. After decades of hard work and planning, my grandpa retired at age 62. And then he tragically passed away a few months later. He never got to fully experience retirement. He never got to be a full-time grandpa. He never got to fulfill his next chapter, and he never got to fulfill his retirement purpose. All of this money stuff is important, there is no doubt, but never lose focus on the true finite commodity, time. While this is a podcast about retirement, I encourage you to enjoy your time and money now while you have the health to do so. If you have spent the last number of decades saving and investing diligently, it's time to convert all of your hard work into something meaningful. Experiences, memories, and freedom. Okay, so that'll do it for today. Only one action item for you. If you find yourself within 5 years of retirement, now's the time to get serious about planning. Not only your retirement nest egg, but also shaping your mindset for what this next chapter has in store for you and your family. Chat with your friends, chat with your family, explore communities and groups you have been considering joining, keep up your exercise, and dream big. All right, that'll do it for today's episode. Make sure you've added us to all of our socials, LinkedIn and Facebook. For more information on the Fundamental Retirement Plan and learn a little bit more about us, visit retiringcanada.ca. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review in your favorite podcast app. Be sure you're signed up for my weekly Retiring Canada newsletter. And hey, when it comes to your retirement, don't take chances. Make a plan so you can retire with confidence.
All comments are of a general nature and should not be relied upon as individual advice. The views and opinions expressed in this commentary may not necessarily reflect those of Harbourfront Wealth Management. While every attempt is made to ensure accuracy, facts and figures are not guaranteed. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional investing or tax advice. Please seek advice from your accountant regarding anything raised in the content of the podcast regarding your individual tax situation. Always seek the advice of your financial advisor or other qualified financial service provider with any questions you may have regarding your investment planning.